everybody, it's Mel. Thank you for joining me today for my February TBR game. So yes, it is the end of January pretty much. It's the 26th today, and I would like this video to go up this coming Saturday. So we need to film my TBR for February. If this is your first time here, thank you for joining. Please subscribe. I play Roll of Reads every single month, pretty much, in order to determine what books I'm going to read in the upcoming month. I have put all of the rules, gameplay, and all of those things in my January TBR game video, which I will link down below in the description. So please go check that out if you're unfamiliar with the way that Roll of Reads works. Also, if you have been around for a while and you are potentially looking forward to my upcoming Roll of Reads readathon, I have actually moved it back a couple of months. I just didn't get myself together in time, so I'm going to hopefully, fingers crossed, I get it all together in time, but I'm going to host my Roll of Reads readathon in May this year instead of March, which means it will no longer be, or not for this year anyway, be a birthday related readathon, but you know, it will hopefully still be fun. But anyway, today we're going to organise my TBR for the month of February. So, like I said, if you want to know how the gameplay works and everything, then I will send you off to watch the video from January where you'll have all that information. But for today, we are just going to very quickly figure out whether I need to pick up a punishment card or a reward card for the month of January. And it's quite easy to answer that question today because as of the 26th of January, I have not read a single book that was on my January TBR. And because there were 4 books on my January TBR, that means I'm not going to read any of the books on my January TBR. I am part of the way through 3 books that I'm trying to read by soon, within the next week and a half, 2 weeks, and I have some reads in February that I need to pick up. So I might be in the same situation in March, but anyway, for the moment, we're not going to go through those reads because I just didn't read any of them. So it feels like there's not a lot of point. So that means that I'm now going to let you know what books I need to read for the month of February. I'm not going to show you one of the vlogs that I'm currently doing. I'm not going to show you the books that I'm reading for that. You will see that come out in the next couple of weeks, so you will be able to see what those books are and how I'm going with them. But I am also part of a read-along of the final trilogy in the Realm of the Elderling series by Robin Hobb, and I am currently reading Fool's Quest, like I said, by Robin Hobb. This is a chunky book, and I am up to 120 something, so I'm that far into it, and I think I need to have this read by not this coming weekend, the weekend after. So we'll see how we go. Then I have 2 other books for a different vlog that I'm not talking to you about, which I need to read by the weekend after that. Well, before that really, because I need to edit a video for that. And then I also, in March, need to read the next book after this one, which is Assassin's Fate, which is of similar size. Not March, February even. And then also in February, I need to pick up The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. So this one isn't as thick in terms of page count. I should have kept this out. I did get it out briefly moments ago. So it is 530 pages long, so it doesn't look that big, but it's quite dense, and I have a suspicion it's going to be quite dense in terms of content because I have heard that while it's fantastic, it is very epic and dense and political. So I have some pretty big fantasy books that I need to get on the TBR or that I need to read in February, so I'm not sure how I'm going to go in February's TBR, but that's okay. So the read-along of the Robin Hobb series is being run by Bethany from Beautifully Bookish Bethany, and I will link her channel down below. There is still plenty of time if you'd like to get involved. I believe the live show will be on her channel, not this coming weekend of the 31st, but the weekend of the following weekend of the 7th, 8th or something like that. And then the Poppy War trilogy is being run by myself and Steph from Coffee Over Apples and Bethany from Beautifully Bookish Bethany, and I will link Steph's channel below as well. I will also link my Discord, which is where we are discussing the Poppy War trilogy as we read through that. So if you'd like to get involved, then I would love that, and please do. We're reading the Poppy War in January, February, the Burning God in March and April, and the Dragon Republic in May and June. So we would love to have you, and please join the Discord so you can join and read along with us. You'll also see in that Discord my book club and a classics read along, so welcome to join any of those things or just generally have a chat. But yes, so those are the books I need to read by relatively soon in February, or at least by the end of February. So I don't honestly know how we're going to go with this TBR, but let's do the rolls and see what happens, and I will come back and chat with you about that soon. Alright, let's first of all place our permanent prompts. Shuffle our regular prompts. Okay, I think they're probably plenty shuffled now. Alright, now we need to shuffle our punishments. Honestly, is there ever a time where I play this game and I don't drop half the cards? And then shuffle the rewards. And I need to pick a punishment because I have completely failed January's TBR. Unhaul a book. Alright, okay, I can work with that. Roll number 1. 13. Booktuber's favourite book. Okay, interesting. Roll number 2 is a 6. Readathon prompt. Roll number 3. 13 again. Comped to a favourite book. Alright, interesting. We now have an extra roll because that was my second 13. So this is roll number 4. 15. Which is viewer rec. And then we won't replace that if we roll it again, we'll just remember. So on a roll anyway, so we should be fine. Hopefully. 18. Latinx author. Hello, I am back. I had to take a punishment because I did not read or have not read so far and will not have finished any books, or started at least even, any books from January's TBR. So that means I needed to get a punishment card, and the punishment I got was to unhaul a book. So I've decided that I'm going to go and get the book from the shelf over there and show you the book. It wasn't over there, it was behind me. The book that I'm actually going to unhaul is The Rosie Project by Graham Simsian. I have heard good things about this book. I believe it's a trilogy, and yeah, I've heard good things, but I was thinking about it, and I was looking at some books that I have on a potential shelf destruct list, which you will see come up soon. And this was one of the books I had flagged as a maybe on that shelf destruct list for this year. And I honestly just thought about it a bit more and thought, I really don't think I'm actually going to read this. So this is, I believe, a contemporary, yes, it is a contemporary project about a man called Don, who wants to marry someone. He's designed a 16-page questionnaire to help him find the perfect partner. And then Rosie comes along, who fits all of the criteria, but she is on a quest of her own, and they figure some stuff out together. It does sound like it could be quite good. I've heard good things about it, but I honestly just really don't think I'm going to get to it. This was given to me by a friend of mine who was unhauling it herself, so I don't think she would mind if I unhauled it, and yeah, it just feels like the right thing, basically, so that's gonna go. Okay, on to the first actual roll, and we got booktuber's favourite book. So maybe I'm cheating a little bit, I don't know, but I'm gonna pop the Poppy War on for that, because I haven't heard anyone specifically recently say this was their favourite book, but this was definitely a favourite when this came out and when the series was out. When each book in the series came out, the Poppy War had a bit of a resurgence, and lots of people have thoroughly enjoyed this trilogy. I have really enjoyed other works by R.F. Kuang, which is part of the reason why I wanted to read this series. And yeah, I've just heard great things about it from a lot of different people who have named it as a favourite of theirs. So although I'm not specifically citing any one booktuber, I can safely say that there are a lot of booktubers who have said this is a favourite series and book of theirs. So I'm going to pop the Poppy War on for this prompt, which is a booktuber's favourite book, and we will pop that in there. Next up, we have readathon prompt. So I'm not doing any readathons in February. I'm kind of being quite chill with readathons at the moment. I'm not joining that many readathons in a month or in a week or anything like that. So I'm going to go with some year-long things that I am participating in. I have got my journal to look up I'm just dropping things today. The buzzword challenges, buzzword and buzz cover for this year, because that is the only thing that really kind of works at the moment. So for February, for the buzzword challenge, we have keyboard keys, and for cover we have silhouette. Okay, let me think about this. Okay, so I didn't find anything for keyboard keys, so that was things like space, shift, stuff like that, and I didn't find anything that would suit that on my shelves, but I did find a couple of things I could potentially count for silhouette. So we have Homegoing by Ya Gausi, so as you can see it's a silhouette of a woman there. And then I have Wild and Wicked Things, and I think you could call that a silhouette, this figure just here. And then I have The Wolf Den by Elodie Harker, which again, I think you could call those people silhouettes. So the one that I'm most interested in at the moment is The Wolf Den by Elodie Harper, but this one is thinner. So we might go with this one. So I'm kind of leaving it a bit open. I think for the moment I'm going to say this one, but I might end up swapping out. And knowing that I have a couple I could potentially swap out to is very helpful. So this one is a historical fiction. It is set in Pompeii, which is a town, or was a town in Italy. And where are we? It is about Amara, who is owned by a man she despises and lives as a slave in Pompeii's infamous brothel, her only value the desire she can stir in others. I've heard good things about this series. I didn't realise it was a series when I got this one, but this is the first book in a series and I've heard good things about it, so I'm excited to give it a read and feel like I'm in the mood for it. So yeah, we'll pop that one on the TBR. And the next prompt is comped to a favourite book. So I'm not quite sure what to do with this one because I did have a look at some like readers also enjoyed on Goodreads, and honestly it's pretty much going to be like anything really. I did also have a look at, what did I also have a look at? I also had a look at the covers of some books on my shelves that are favourites, and the only thing that really came up was Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor as an author, who has blurbed those books, but I'm not 100% sure that I want to start another series, given that I'm starting 2 series already in this month. So I might actually go away and come back. What I'll do is I'll go away and I will then just, editing Mel will then insert the picture of the books that I end up deciding to go with, or I'll just insert myself, do an editing Mel clip. Sorry, I should have been a little bit more prepared than that, but I didn't think about, I was going to go with the Laini Taylor, but I didn't think about what I would end up choosing. I didn't think about starting series, so yeah, we will think about that one a bit more. Okay, then I have viewer recommends. So I have a wheel on my phone with a bunch of different books that viewers have recommended. If you'd like to recommend me a book and have that book popped in for this prompt when it comes up as potential, then please do, and yeah, I'll pop your suggestion on the list. So I'm just going to do that now. I'll screen record on my phone and you'll see which book I end up picking. And I'm going to spin the wheel. Okay, so the book that has come up is We Solve Murders, which was recommended to me by Ash's Adventures in Books. I will link her channel down below as well. I'm not 100% sure what that book is, so bear with. Oh, right, yes, of course. It's the newest book. I don't know. It's the first book in another series by Richard Osman. I really enjoyed the Thursday Matter Club. I haven't continue with that series at the moment, but I did really enjoy it, so I am keen to give that a read and see what I think of it. But yeah, that is going on the TBR for February. I keep getting mixed up about what month we're in. Okay, and then the final prompt that I got is Latinx author, and I think I'm going to pop a book on that I have actually put on a few different TBRs, so hopefully I will get to it in February, and that is Gods of Jade and Shadow by Silvia Moreno Garcia. I have enjoyed quite a few of the books of hers that I have read. This is a fantasy. Our main character is a woman called Cassiopeia. One day she accidentally frees an ancient Mayan god of death who offers her a deal. In return for Cassiopeia's help in recovering his throne, he will grant her whatever she desires. So yeah, I have heard good things about this one. It was published a while ago now, so I haven't actually heard anyone talk about it for a while, 2019. But I've definitely heard good things about it, and like I said, I've enjoyed some of the books by Silvia Moreno Garcia, so I'm keen to give this one a read. And thank you so much, Tracy, for gifting me this book. So let's review the TBR, and we will leave it at that. Alright, so as mentioned, I do need to finish Fool's Quest by Robin Hobb and read most of, if not all of, Assassin's Fate by Robin Hobb in the month of February. I also need to finish 2 other books that I'm currently reading for a vlog, which you'll see hopefully in the next couple of weeks. And then we have got The Poppy War, which was a booktuber's favourite. We have got The Wolf Den by Elodie Harper, which is readathon prompt, and I used buzzword cover challenge, and it's silhouette. Then I have the prompt come to a favourite book, which I will have inserted what I end up deciding on, and I'll pop it here again. And then I have Latinx author, and then I have, viewer recommends, and it is We Solve Murders by Richard Osman. And then I have Latinx author, and I'm going with Gods of Jade and Shadow by Silvia Moreno Garcia. So that's it. That's the TBR for the month of February. I, again, don't know how I'm going to go with this TBR because, like I've said a few times now, I have quite a lot of stuff already I need to read, but we will see. So anyway, yeah, that's the TBR, which means that is the end of the video. Comment any thoughts that you have about any of the books that I am planning on hoping to get to. Have you read any of them? Are you going to take part in the Poppy Wall read along? Like I said, the Discord for that is down below if you'd like to join us. Are you taking part in the, is it the Fitz? Yes, it's the Fitz and the Fool read along. So let me know that in the comments below as well. And just anything else you want to let me know. If you would like to leave me a comment but you don't know what, then leave me the some kind of fantasy emoji, because we have quite a few fantasy books coming onto the TBR in the month of February. But yeah, that's everything from me today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would absolutely love it if you would subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, like I said, thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.